Hey guys, welcome back to our podcast. Today's topic will be dating. I feel like we'll have a lot to say.
Dating in our 20s.
I know. We're gonna start with the icebreaker. Okay, so. I'm excited. Oh, today is dating. Okay, I thought we were recording something. Never mind.
Oh yeah, happy Valentine's Day.
Happy
Valentine's Day.
Happy Galentine's Day. We don't celebrate Valentine's.
Not yet. Not yet. But
Not yet.
Okay, so we're gonna start with red flags and green flags. It's not an icebreaker question, actually.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say the question, and then we're gonna go around and say either green or red flag. Okay?
I'm excited.
So he has a girl best friend that he's very close to. She loves with physical affection, but it's nothing more, and it's obvious to everyone that it's nothing more. But like, he just hugs her and kisses her.
Oh.
Like, not kisses her lips, but you know.
Go ahead,
Hermella.
Yikes, that's tough. I don't know how I feel about that. But if they've been best friends, I don't know. That's a yellow flag.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I don't want to say green
Okay.
or red. I don't want to say it's red because
Okay.
it's his best friend.
Gabby?
I wish he didn't say yellow flag, because at first I was gonna say like glaring red flag, because I feel like there's no separation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to me, if you're like hugging and being very like, what's the word, physical with another girl, that's a little But then I understand, like, if you guys have been best friends since like you were like kids, then that makes me happy, because it's like, okay, you know how to treat a woman respectfully. I don't know, I think it depends on him. Like, I don't know, so I'm gonna go with red flag.
Absolutely red flag. I feel like I'm the jealous type person. So, or at least like just out of respect for me.
Yeah, they gotta like tone it down.
Yeah, tone it down. Like, don't do too much. Like, hug, okay. Kissing, too much.
Yeah. And if he was single, that's fine to do. But if he has a girl, I think that's kind of inappropriate for him to be all over her like that.
Yeah. Even if it's a brotherly, like, I get it, but it will make me uncomfortable, because I wouldn't do that to a guy. So.
True.
Nani?
It's extremely red.
Me and her are always on the same page.
Like hot chili pepper red. No.
So
I feel like I'm a firm believer in you should be dating your best friend. So if you already have a best friend, a girl best friend, then date her.
So you don't think he should have, even if they were friends before?
Okay, that's a little tough. But I just I don't know. I just feel like
I feel like they need to tone it down. Like,
that's the thing.
like,
for sure.
Yeah, the touching and everything.
I can't.
If you're like brother and sister, I don't touch my brother. And
That's
he doesn't
true.
touch me. So like, I'm appalled by him, and he's appalled by me. So if it's like if it's obvious brother sister, then it's like that's fine. Like, cause I guess she was there from like beforehand, but also knowing if we're now in a relationship, then I don't want to say I'm priority, but like the relationship should be prioritized.
Exactly.
You know what's crazy though? I'm that person to my guy friends. I'm like that.
You're like that with everybody, Sara.
You're
know, very touchy, very physical.
but if you do that to me, I'll feel uncomfortable.
If someone touches you,
I can do that, but you can't do that to me.
That's a double standard.
Sorry. But it's just like, because I know my limit, so it's just like, if you're doing that to me, it will straight up makes me feel uncomfortable.
If you know he had a girlfriend, you wouldn't do it. You'll stop, right?
Absolutely.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying.
You know the boundaries.
They should know
that.
that.
I wouldn't do it to someone that. But I'm saying, like, my guy friends, I'm like,
you're already like that because you know they're single.
Yeah, but it's not even, I'm not even doing it that way. I'm just out of love. That's how I am. I'm a very touchy person, but you can't do that to me. It was like, it's certain people that even like you guys, I'm like, whenever you guys show me affection, I'm like, whoa.
But
I can't do it. Sorry.
She does it to me when like you do it sometimes.
Physical affection. Yeah, physical affection. That's fine.
Oh,
with like friends and stuff.
Yeah, with guys.
PDA could never.
Oh yeah, I'm not a PDA person either.
Keep it to yourself.
I love making people uncomfortable.
Okay, let's keep going.
Okay. He doesn't try to get along with your friends and family, but he's perfect in every aspect, literally the man that you want.
He's not perfect. Sorry.
Okay, let's start with Nani this week.
Yeah, let's go.
So sorry. He's not perfect. If you don't get along with my family and my friends, obviously there's an issue.
Even if he's shy?
Okay, being shy and then not getting, because I'm a shy person.
Right.
But this is not he doesn't get along. He doesn't try. He doesn't even try.
oh, then that's bad.
That's
because I'm like the shyest person on the face of the earth.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna try. Because obviously, like, if they matter to you, they should matter to me too. No, so yeah, you should try.
Red flag.
It's a red flag.
Especially my family.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like my friends, I'm the people that I'm always around with. So like, what are you? No, you need to be close with them if anything. Right. Not close best friends, but like it shouldn't be weird. Yeah.
I was gonna say red flag as well because for me it was the word try. Yeah. Like if you've tried and you feel like it's not like you guys just don't click or whatever, then that's okay. No, not everyone has to be best friends. Yeah. But if you're not even making any effort, then I'm sorry. Like what kind of person are you? That to me, like you know how some guys they're like so nice to you, but then other people they're just rude and like disrespectful.
What?
No, I just thought.
Oh, you thought about something? Yeah. That's what it reminds me of.
Should I say it?
What?
He's like that. We're gonna beep that out. But he's like that.
He's rude to other people.
He was like that, right?
Oh, I don't know him. Yeah, like
he wasn't mean to you guys.
He's not. He didn't make me feel comfortable to be.
Yeah.
Hey.
Like he didn't try.
He was with you. Intimidating.
She was scared of him first.
He's a different person.
Yeah, because like when I first like knew him like as a kid and stuff, like he was very intimidating. But then he started dating her, and I was like, he ain't gonna do nothing to me. Like, she's protecting me.
No, that's funny.
But what do you think? Do you think it's a red flag or?
Yeah, he has to try. He has to try.
Absolutely.
So if you're not trying, I don't know how to help you because at the end of the day, if we date to marry, right? So that's gonna be your family too.
Yeah.
So you better.
That's true.
Sorry, this is for me. He wears slides with no socks.
That's a red
flag.
Are you kidding me?
That's
red. That is the ick. Yeah. You're walking red flag.
That's not even a red flag. Like there's no problem with you. It's just us.
It's us. We're the problem.
Yeah. I'm sorry. You're the problem.
Hermella?
Put some socks on.
I don't know.
No, not like
sorry,
that. It's like
ew.
Just not in public.
No, even in the house. Don't do that.
No, maybe the house.
In the house is fine.
No.
In the house it's like it's your
to
house.
me like your toe like ripping the like even especially you know how your foot like slides out.
First of all, outside the house we're not together. But in the house, we're not together in the house. I'm leaving you for that.
No, I think that's a red flag for everybody.
Okay, he's a mama's boy.
I'm sorry.
It depends though. For me, there's like you respect your mom and you love your mom, and there's a difference between that and then just my mom is right, mommy's right. Everything mommy says goes. Mommy said that you shouldn't wear that. No.
Or like they can't make a decision without their mom's approval or whatever, or like
they call the dentist.
They call the
mom called the
dentist.
That's
crazy.
Bro, yeah, I've had patients and it's like, we can schedule for my son. So I'm like, okay, how old is your son? I'm like 28, and I'm just like 28.
That's crazy.
No, I had a patient walk in and we couldn't see him for some reason. I was like, oh, we can't see you because of this. He was like, hold on, let me call my mom. And he called his mom, which is fine. I don't know why. And then he was like, he gave me his phone. He was like, she wants to talk to me. I was like, what? Wow. And then I was talking to her, and she was just like, why can't you see my son? And I'm like, he is like 30. Why are you speaking for him?
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
So it's just like stuff like that. No.
Red flag.
Yeah,
I'm going with
love
red
your mom.
flag. I'm sorry.
But no.
But we love people that boys that respect.
Because if you don't respect, if you don't love and respect your mom, there's no way.
Respect me.
Yeah,
true. Yeah.
He liked your friend before he fell in love with you.
Red flag.
Absolutely.
Let me tell you why.
Actually, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I want to hear what you're gonna say.
Because I don't know.
He liked your friend.
I'm sorry.
No, actually, I wouldn't, because that would make me feel like I'm the second
choice.
That's
Did you ever watch Love Is Blind?
No.
When he proposed, he was about to propose to somebody else. She said no, so he proposed to another girl. They got married. She said yes, even though she knew she was the second choice, and then now they're divorced. Because she was somebody's second choice. I never want to be someone's second choice.
That's so true.
Especially if they're my friend.
Yeah, red.
Flag. Yeah.
Okay, we're almost done. We're going to have, I think we have 2 more. He doesn't have a car.
Sorry.
I mean, depends on
we're not in the
situation.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
No. I mean, it's like a yellow flag for me. Yeah, it depends on your situation. If you're working, like trying hard to get a car, sure, for a little bit. But if you're like carless forever, I'm sorry. No.
And then you're picking him up. Like I don't know why that's
mommy.
You heard what I said?
Yes. That's so so bad.
I mean, for a little bit, that's fine.
I don't know.
Maybe your car broke or something.
I don't know why.
But you don't have a car? Yeah, no.
I feel like there's been a few times where like I've been like going on a date and the guy's like, oh, like my car's in the shop, can you like pick me up? Even if that's so stupid, but for some reason I'm like, you're lying, you don't have a car. Like it makes me I know that's stupid, but I don't. You need to have a car.
No, they need to have a car. I'm saying it's like for a while, if it's in the shop or something, sure. But if it's our first date and you're like, oh, actually, can you pick me up? That's a red flag. I'm not coming to the date.
That's an ick. Yeah, like, it makes me uncomfortable. But maybe I'm
red flag.
I think it is. But again, I don't know because I didn't buy my own car.
That's true.
So like, if we meet in a time where you're like working towards getting this car, that's fine. Like it's okay. Right. But if you're just like, hey, can you pick me up? I feel like I'm picking up Christian and Hussey.
Right. Like your child, your son.
Okay. So last one, the big one. He has cheated in the past, not with you. Just in his past relationship. I would like not to answer this question, but I will. Not now, though. You go first.
Oh, me? I don't know. That's tough. Because, you know how to say always a cheater? Once a cheater, always a cheater. But, what? That's going on.
Hugging each other.
But, I mean, people change, you know? People make mistakes. It just depends on how, or like when he made the mistake. Right. If it was like 2 months ago, like before we met, all right. But if it was like freshman year of college, you know, in high school or something, okay, you were young. We were all young and people change and grow.
Yeah.
So what does that Just depends on when.
Okay.
If it's like too recent, that's a red flag. Like you just recently cheated on your ex and now that's a red flag.
Does it matter the situation?
Cheating? No. Cheating is bad. Doesn't matter if it's like I just texted her and I cheated. That's it. So no.
No, cheating is cheating.
I'm gonna say red flag. I feel like it doesn't matter for me if it was like 1 month ago, 3 years, 5. Like it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Really?
Like to me, I'm like, if you, not saying like I think people can change, but I feel like if you have that in you where you can't even be disloyal to the person that you say you're committed to, how do I know you're not gonna do it again?
That's true.
So to me, is like I feel like there's no trust personally. Sorry.
People change. People make mistakes. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. What do you
I was gonna say, I feel like everybody's definition of cheating is different though.
What do you mean?
Cheating is cheating, Gab.
No, but like what I think you're thinking, I wouldn't consider that cheating.
You guys don't, but if you're dating your boyfriend, and then he texts another girl and says, "Can't wait to see you."
Is it in that kind
mentally
of way?
It's already happening.
Is it in that kind of like he's not saying like as a friend?
Mentally
it's already happening.
No, but he's saying like can't wait to see you like to a girl like that he kind of likes or like a friend. Oh, that's cheating, right?
Yeah. So people make mistakes and we move on.
It got so serious.
No. For me, it's
the way you said it is so funny. She got so serious.
Nani? It's a red flag.
But the thing is, I feel like if you, like Hermella was saying, like if it was in like high school or like just back in the day, then I'm like, okay, like it is what it is. But I feel like
it seems like
if
an excuse.
No, it's not an excuse. It's just if it was a long time ago, I do believe people change. And like people deserve second, third, fifth, 18 million chances.
Whoa. Really?
No, not like with
general.
cheating. Like just in general. Because I feel like,
we need to give them grace.
Yeah. So I would give grace, but if it's was like recent, I would still give you grace, but you're just not gonna be with me.
Okay, what about if he cheated while like in the relationship with you?
Girl, bye.
I'm a red flag too. That's horrible.
I don't think I could I can forgive. I don't think I would want to be with you.
You wouldn't trust him, so then it's like, what is the point?
That's like
me. But sometimes, like, I don't know if we want to get there, but you know, like, if it's a marriage, then, and there's kids, then it's like, what do you do in that situation?
My cousin, shout out to them, Seattle people, my people. They said that, because I was just like, I would never do that. And they were like, life is not black and white.
That's true.
Yeah.
So you can't say I would never get back with him or anything, because you don't know, especially if it's a marriage.
Marriage is tough, but I feel like even the Bible gives you the right to go when it comes to cheating.
It does.
So it's just like cheating is like that's not
that's inexcusable.
Do not like it's not no excuse.
But I have a question. Is it? I know the Bible says that, but what if you?
Like you don't have to walk away.
Okay,
right?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's not saying you have to. It's just like
you can't.
It's okay.
It's okay if you do. Like that's the only way. Like God will be like, okay, like you know, because they broke that covenant. Exactly. Like they broke that promise they made. So you don't have to.
Yeah.
But if you want to,
what I don't understand about this generation that they don't believe in marriage,
or they hate marriage.
I get it though.
They hate marriage.
I can get it, but I get it, but at the same time, I don't have that in me. I still, like, even seeing all these things, I still want to get married.
Sorry, Go ahead. Okay, now I was going to say the same thing, too, because for the longest, I'm, like, even growing up in Ethiopia, you know, like, in Ethiopia, it's so rare. I mean, nowadays it's changed, but like, people don't get divorced as much. Yeah. And, like, I see my parents, shout out to them, it's actually their anniversary. 26 years together.
Wow.
Well, married.
Congrats.
Yeah, 26 years married, but they've been together longer than that. And so I just thought, I was like, oh yeah, when I get married, it's gonna be like that. My coworkers, shout out to y'all. Every day they remind me, don't get married. Like seriously, one time my coworker sent me up, she's like, if you're ever gonna take an advice from me, she's like, don't get married. And so they'll talk about their marriage and stuff. I mean, they're married though, right. But they'll talk about like their struggles and what they go through and stuff like that. And I'm just like, I don't know. Like they make me like, is it that bad for you to come here every day and tell me not to get married? It just, honestly, it just has to be the right one. I think it's just the right person. And it's like, one is the right person, and two, you need to have a foundation, like have God in between. That's what I was gonna say. And marriage without God, that was never in the middle of it in the first place, and God was not like your foundation, it's not gonna last. Yeah. Because like I've mentioned in the last episode, people's behavior, personality is tough, especially when you live with them. There's gonna be a point where you're gonna hate them. Yeah. Because like that's how we are with our siblings. Because we always fight with our siblings, but at the end of the day, we love each other.
Or you're just annoyed by them.
You just don't want to see them sometimes. Like even your parents, I'm just like, I don't want to talk to you. But at the end of the day, they're your parents. You live with them, right? So it should be the same way with marriage. I just feel like people don't have the patience for it. Like something goes wrong, it's like, I don't care to get divorced. Yeah. But it's like you should care to get divorced. Yeah. And it's also the mindset that Nani said, like before you get into marriage, I mean, obviously people don't get married to get divorced, but you shouldn't even think about like prenup, like
I
stuff
don't understand that.
We might get divorced, so
yeah,
like,
so that means you shouldn't get married.
I feel like a prenup is literally when we get divorced, this is what we're gonna.
It's not even if. It's just like
it's a when.
When it happens.
When it happens, like, this is what we're gonna get. Like, wow,
we shouldn't even think that. Like, that shouldn't even be a thought in the first place. You should just.
You're really quiet. Why? Sorry. What do you think about Smear's topic?
Well, about the prenup, I think like. I don't know, would you guys get a prenup? To me, when I think of prenup, I'm thinking of like people who have millions.
I was about to say, I don't have that much money.
But they have like something to lose, right?
Even if I did, I want to be with that person forever. That's
I know.
So it's like I'm not even gonna go.
So are you in it for the money? Or are you in it for the love?
I think that's what people are scared of, because you know how people change. So they might seem great the first 10 years, and then later they're like, oh, you're terrible, and then they divorce you and they get all the money.
But you have to stick through
because it's easy to get divorced.
But listen, imagine your partner, you say you trust them with your whole heart, but they switch up on you, and then they divorce you, and you're the one who's making all the money, they're going to get it. Yeah. I mean, so it depends how much you care about money. That's a different question. Yeah. But I can see why people do it.
I also think it's not really about. It's like it's about both of you guys. Is the mindset the same? Like, does he have God in his life as well? That he's not even thinking about divorce, because you have to really be strong. I mean, I have never been married, but you know it. Like you hear from your parents too that it's not easy, or like you see it too. It's not easy. It's like especially when you have kids involved, it's not easy. But
yeah, and one of them, I take a lot of notes, by the way, from my coworkers, because they always tell me things, but they always tell me whatever you like, you can never change the person. Say if you didn't like something about the person you're planning on getting married, but you're like, they might change when we get married. Yeah, they're not gonna change. They were like, you're gonna have to live with that. So if you don't like something already that you know you can't stand, don't even get married, because they were like, you can never change the person. If you need relationship advice, him alone. Because I take a lot of notes from my coworkers.
What was the question?
Like marriage. About marriage in this generation, I guess.
I strongly believe in marriage. I feel like, because it's biblical, and not just in like a religious kind of way, but like if God says it, that means it's good, you know, like, and obviously like what God has given us, like society tends to like ruin it a lot. So I feel like if you trust God, at the end of the day, if God is in the center of that relationship, if God is in the center before you even get into a relationship, so like while you're single and stuff like that, like at the end of the day, like I'm not even putting my trust in that person. I'm putting my trust in God, because God is the one that gave me that person. God knows our innermost thoughts and our hearts and like how that person's gonna change. So if God says this person is for you, that means he knows that we can work through it. You know, like we can work through each other's changes, and like we'll be there for each other and stuff. So I believe in marriage.
How do you guys feel about dating your 20s but dating a Habesha?
That's what I want.
I'm silent because there's nothing to say.
There's nothing here.
That's
Charlotte.
Oh my gosh,
definitely gotta move to a new city for that.
I'm not like against it, but I'm not actively seeking a Habesha.
That's not your end goal. You don't see yourself marrying
a
Habesha.
I just don't see it for myself. But then
is there any red flags? What? Is there any red flags that you see in Habeshas? Man,
mommy.
Yeah, to me, it is a mommy thing. Like I feel like a lot of them aren't grown. Like to me, you know what it is too? A lot of Habesha men, I feel like they're like my cousin. Like sometimes I can't even see them beyond a family friend or something like that. You know what I mean? But I think it's maybe the settings that I'm meeting Habesha people in. You know what I mean? If it's at church, it's whatever. Like it's like, no, that's my. He's what? Why do we?
Saying, do you see him? He's Habesha, but do you see him as
my brother?
Oh, really? even Majamara? Like if
I don't want to
bleep this out, right?
No, there is. Okay, no.
Listen.
No.
We're gonna bleep this
Hannah
out.
said this too. One, I didn't know he was Habesha. That's why.
Okay.
But I was like, oh, that's a cute guy.
Cap.
But that was it.
Okay.
I didn't like him. I never. Exactly.
So what about you? I know your answer already.
Well, dating my 20s. I'm not. It's dry out here.
It is.
Dating Habesha, at first I was very much like, never in my life am I gonna do this. I preferred the palm color.
Let me stop. For the one that don't understand, red or white.
No, I did prefer literally anything but Habesha, but now I feel like it's whatever God, because I feel like the Habeshas that I saw and like grew up with, I was like, oh brother, like you know, like that's my brother, that's like my sister, like it's nothing too deep. But now it's more like when you go out and like when you meet different people, like different Habeshas and stuff, it's like, oh, okay, like I could see it, and there's perks to it where it's like you can talk to my family, like my family knows English, but like I feel like we can blend our families better together, and like the cultures, which I used to be so against, but now it's like I get it. Like so me, whatever God has for me, I'm good. Like I don't want to limit it to anything. But
I think I'm the only one that's limited to Habeshas.
I have two options.
I just in my head it's like it just has to be. I mean, back in the day, I speak more open to like any.
Right.
Yeah, and my dad, like, when I talked to him about it, he was just like, a human is a human. It doesn't matter. He's like, as long as they love you and respect you, that's all that matters. Yeah. And so I was like open until I just had my experience, and I'm like, actually, I'd rather just stick with Habesha because it was a lot harder. Like the differences with our culture, and like y'all know me, I'm like very cultured, and like. He wasn't, so it's just like trying to like teach him how to do, like with a lot of things we were so different that I was just like it's kind of hard to to really mix it, and like but again, it's tough.
For me at first I was like I never really cared, then I cared. I want a Habesha man just because I'm really close to my parents, and like I need my husband to be as close to my parents and like talk, and like my mom is, I'm scared to bring any guy because I feel like my parents are very even though you guys are saying they're not, but I feel like they're gonna, you know. But I think it's like I need them to be close, like I am. So I feel like we need to be Habesha. But if it's not Habesha, because of the culture, like it's a big difference.
It's just
like,
tough, yeah.
The language, religion, food, just how we think, how we do stuff. Like if I was to get pregnant, you know how like moms would come and like probably stay with you. Like other cultures don't do that. But if not, an Italian guy. Let me tell you why. Because the way they show love is, I like that. So I think that would be, and my mom would get along with it. My dad.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. And it doesn't matter. He's not going to talk to you whether you're Habesha, Italian, black, white, green. It doesn't matter. So it's mainly my mom. So yeah.
I get the parent thing a lot. Like I want the person that I'm married to have a good relationship with my parents. I don't want it to just be, hi, how are you? And the conversation ends there. Yeah. But I do like the idea of blending cultures. Like I feel like I see that for myself. Like having two different cultures, having multiple languages in the house. Like, I don't know. I like that idea.
Yeah.
That makes me happy. I asked, like, are you going to do a hard launch? Like, you know how some people hard launch their, like, fiance or their relationship is basically you don't say anything, you don't post about it or anything until, like,
I feel like I wouldn't.
Until it's like,
which finger is it?
Is where your heart is? Right here.
My heart.
Where your heart is right here. And if you get this hand, your left hand.
Okay, I'm being slow right now. Sorry. But either way, some people, they hard launch it. Like, they reveal it at the end.
Not like a big reveal. Obviously, you guys would know and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I was just saying, like, I'm very shy with my parents when it comes to stuff.
They
like
wouldn't
this.
know.
So they'll know when it's like, shmagalady.
So who here has a boyfriend?
I love this. That's so funny. Not me.
Not I.
We're all single.
How is it dating in our 20s?
What do you guys?
It's not. There's nothing there.
I feel like for me after college, it's been
Tough.
Tough because all I do is go to work and go home and hang out with you guys again. Like, you know?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like dating in our 20s is a little bit harder because when you're not in that college setting or school setting, it's harder to meet people unless you're like on an app.
Dang.
So, who uses apps? There's no shame about it. I use it. I have used it. I'm not on it.
There's no shame on it. I just don't prefer.
Don't prefer. Yeah, that's. I don't want my story to be like we met on Tinder, we met on Hinge. There's something.
At first I was like that, but I don't care. I just don't like it though.
Apps hasn't like includes Instagram too.
Yeah, let's say
that many people on Instagram.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Or specific,
but okay,
or
for me,
specific dating apps.
Yeah.
That even Instagram, it doesn't sound romantic. I want the story where we're in a grocery store and we both reach for the same apple or something like that. Yeah, I am like a romantic. Like
which is beautiful. Yeah.
And I think for me at least, like when I use dating apps, I feel like there's already pressure. You know what I mean? You're already like, ooh, is this gonna work? Yeah. Versus if you kind of just meet someone or whatever,
I don't like that.
You're gonna be their friend, and then maybe
you know what I don't like? Even when people are like, hey, do you want to go on a date? I don't like that.
Oh, I like that.
You know what I like? My ideal thing would be friend of a friend. Like, we're in a group where we know each other,
but still, they're gonna ask you, hey, do you want to go on a date?
Yeah, but you don't. It's not like that. Person. You know, it's just like you like each other. You know that like you like each other.
Like that.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, it's just like we both know there is something that we start texting.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I don't like the. Oh my God, you're so pretty. At a grocery store, you're so pretty. Can I take you on a date? No.
Well, it can't be no creep. Like, it needs to be somebody who, like, you know, was kind of cute.
That my ideal thing is like friend of a friend. Like, that's so nice. Like, butterflies.
Aww.
My butterflies.
Do you guys have any funny, crazy, sad dating stories? Embarrassing dating stories?
I have an embarrassing one.
Ooh, I want to hear it.
It's not dating. Okay, we were like talking in the moment.
Yeah.
I'm just embarrassed for him because he's just a liar. But let me tell you guys, this was like, no, he would lie about so many things. So this is the thing about him. This was like, by the way, my freshman year of college, right? So he would always lie. Like, he would be like, hey, do you want to go to, like, let's hang out today? I'd be like, okay. And then he'd be like, oh yeah, my aunt is in the hospital, I can't come. Like, I swear, it's like you know when you call off from work?
Yeah.
And the first time he said it, I was like, I just kind of knew it was a lie.
Right.
But I was like, okay. And I remember telling like Hannah and Sara and them, and they were like, no, maybe his aunt. I was like, okay. But, okay, this is his last struggle. he's been lying, guys. Okay?
That's crazy.
This is the last one. So one day he was supposed to come and we were supposed to hang out in like my hall, like my dorm hall. And I was like, yeah, whatever. And then he was like, hey, I'm outside. So I go downstairs to let him in because, you know, you have to have keys and stuff. So I like open the door and nobody's there. I'm like, okay, maybe he's just like walking, whatever. So I'm waiting, 5 minutes go by, and I'm like, oh, is he good? So then I like text him, like, are you okay? Like, whatever. He's like, oh yeah, I parked really far, but I'm coming. So I'm like, okay. 10 minutes go by, 15, nothing. So then I'm like blowing him up, like, yo, are you good? Are you okay? Nothing. Okay, nothing. Just didn't hear back from him for the rest of the night. Okay.
Oh my gosh. All right.
And in my head, I was like, what happened to him? Like, I'm like, did somebody kidnap him? Like, I was really confused because he said, I'm walking to the door. He said he walked far. So I was like, okay, whatever. And just never responded and went to sleep. Next morning, he texts me, what are you doing?
There's no way.
And I really was like, I know he's lying. So I was like, bro, what happened last night? Like, I didn't even respond. I just got straight to the point, like, what happened? And he was like, oh, yeah. So stupid. He said, yeah, I had a nosebleed, so I went to the ER.
Oh, my gosh.
What?
She's weak.
I know. No, because I'm so dumb.
And then he's just going to respond, what's up? Like, in the morning?
No, like, no, it's my dumb self. It's a nosebleed, guys. He went to the ER for a nosebleed. A nosebleed? I was really like, okay.
Did you stop talking to him? I don't remember.
What's wrong with you?
You don't remember, Sara? No. That's so funny.
Like, I remember, but I don't know. Did you stop talking to him? Did you guys end up hanging out?
Yeah. So this is why I'm so embarrassed too, because after he said that, I was like, yeah, no, we're not talking anymore, whatever. But then we started talking again, and then he did it again, and then I was like, all right, I'm done. So we just never talked after that.
You're a good person.
But not
one, not two, but 3 things.
It was always something, guys. But that was like the funniest one. And back then, it just really didn't click. Like a nosebleed, ER, bro. Like, come on. Yeah, I hope he changed.
The ER.
Right.
Whoa.
What did you say?
She said the name.
Who is it?
I said, I hope you change.
Okay, so my story, basically I had that moment that I was looking for, right? I was like on my walk at UNCC, and there's this guy like...
Sorry, I love this story.
Oh, you know this story, yeah. And so there was a guy, like, oh my god, I had Kofi, which is like this really cute dog. So I was walking him, and I feel like people talk to you more when you have a dog. Anyways, so I saw him, and I was like, oh, he looks cute. You know what I mean? But I didn't think we were gonna talk. Like, when we got closer, he actually stopped and said something. Like, he was like, hey, how are you? I was like, oh my god, I can't. Like, this is my moment. You know what I mean? That I, like, okay. Anyways, so he basically asked me out, like, on a date or whatever. And I was like, sure, like, I'm down or whatever. And so we go out to eat. The dog was still there with us.
Poor dog.
And after that, he's like, oh, I have a surprise for you or whatever. I was like, oh, okay. And he really wanted it to be a surprise. Like, he didn't want to tell me where we were going. So I kind of was panicking. I was like, where is he about to take me? Like, he wouldn't let me check the location.
Yeah.
But luckily, Siri was like, okay, on our way to Overlook. Like, you know where the planes land.
I love that.
Yeah, and I was like, wait, I actually have never been there. I've always wanted to go. And so we drive there. We were like singing the car, good vibes. Okay. And then we like, when we park... Okay. When we parked, you know, we turned the car around so we could see like the whatever, and we were sitting in the trunk. There was blankets, there was pillows. I was like, this is so romantic. And so we were just talking, whatever, and like basically, I'm scared, guys. What?
No, it's fine.
I'm laughing because I know the story.
Basically, like he was just acting as if we were in a Bollywood movie.
Not Holly.
Bali. No, like, I don't know how to explain it. It felt like it was like there was cameras. Like, the way he was acting, he grabbed my face and was like, I'm gonna kiss you. Not too much, right?
No, I'm gonna say, might as well just say 5, 4, 3, 2.
No, and then I said, what did you say? He's like, you heard me. And then kissed me. And I was like, hey, where are the cameras? Like, cringing. I literally was like...
honeys.
Guys, I've never.
That throws me off every time.
So I forgot about that comfortable in my entire life. Like, I get it. Like, I feel like he thought like it was a move. You know what I mean? But to me, I was just like, we're not in a movie. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
you heard me. Like,
I think. I like romance, but sometimes when it comes from the wrong people,
jail.
When it's from the wrong people, it's an ick. You know what I mean?
That was an ick.
And I think because the way he's just doing too much, so it really what's the word? It turned me off. It turned me off. But yeah, that's my story, guys.
That was our favorite story.
You heard me? Is
you guys literally had chills. Like, that was so bad. How would I was
laughed.
Poor dog.
No, Coco was there too. I forgot.
You guys was there.
But sorry, Kofi. Mine isn't like hysterical. It's just sorry, mom. So this was in high school. I was a different person. Basically, me and Honey, we used to go on these like double dates all the time. Like we would always be together, and so there were these two guys. We'd hang out with like frequently. Not gonna lie, it was fun because it's like just fun stuff, like literal activities we would do and stuff. We hang out with them. We go to the park like near my house and stuff. Me, I'm paranoid because I'm like, my mom sees and knows everything.
I don't like.
And so no. And then I remember I get a like text or something. Like it got dark, so I was just like I need to go home. But they were in the car with us. My mom is making food in the garage, like outside. And so I'm like, how is this gonna work? And so when we got to my house, like right before we entered the neighborhood,
oh Lord,
I got in the front seat and they had to be on the ground on the car, and they were like ducking. And then my mom was outside cooking.
What if she came?
No. She was cooking, and then I got out the car. Honey sped off, and then my mom was like, "No, you didn't." I said, she had an emergency.
Well, oh my God. That is why.
But I feel like that proves like when you're dating and you're Habesha, like it's hard.
Yeah, even especially in my household. With my household, it was like you can't breathe next to a boy. And like now I get the like dating thing, like it definitely did consume my mind, so I understand what she was talking about.
Quick question, and then we're gonna end with one advice that you guys would give your younger self, or people that are watching us that are probably like younger.
That's a good question.
If you think you're in love, you're not.
Jeez.
Beautiful.
Perfect. Hermella. Because when we're young, you're just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna marry him right now. He's the one, and you think like it's the end of the world without him. But even like as a teen, like a girl, like a 19, 20, sometimes you're just like, yep, that's the one. Like, and maybe it will end. You think it's the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. I promise you, time will heal, and then you will realize, thank you God for not, So just take your time. But obviously, when you're young, it's gonna happen. You're gonna be like in love, and then
you're gonna laugh about it later on.
But you laugh about it. But it's an experience. Just
gonna keep you up at night.
Yeah, it will. But just have the right people around you to guide you the right way. Obviously, have God and stuff like that. But yeah, just have the right people around you to give you the right advice. Yeah. Like, don't get into something that you don't want to.
Yeah.
The end.
I would say don't have expectations. And I'm talking to myself personally because I feel like sometimes I will put this person all the way on a pedestal or I'll think this is the one, and then I'm writing in my journal about them 3 days later because I'm like, I can't believe he did this to me. You know what I mean? And I think it's because I put so much pressure on it. And like dating should be fun. Like, of course, the end goal is like marriage, for me at least, but have fun in that time. You know what I mean? Like, enjoy the experience. Like, don't let my expectations and my hopes and dreams that I put on a person that's not their reality ruin the experience. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I would say.
Oh, sorry. Definitely, like, just when you said pedestals hurt both sides. Like, when you put a person on a pedestal, you're hurting that person. That, like, when they let you down, they're like, I'm not enough, and then you're being let down, like, exactly. Dang, like, was I not enough for them to reach that goal? Right. So, like, pedestals should not be a thing.
I agree.
I think I would say when you're young, like what the parents think, like how they're like, don't think about that because you're gonna be focused on that. You are like
they're right.
You're gonna only see that, and that's all you want to do. You want to stay up all night texting the guy and just like the butterflies and that. Like it's fun, but it will really like get you off the real thing, like school and like all the things. So, I mean, it's fun to date and get to know people, but don't focus everything on that thing.
Yeah.
So I think that would be it because I did, but I still graduated.
I think advice I would give to like my younger self and then also to other people, don't make that person your all in all. Like Hermella said, if you think you're in love, you're not. You're just attached. Like yeah. And it's like it's okay to like have a crush, like have like boyfriends, girlfriends, like obviously like do what your parents are telling you to do because they know better. But I just think, again, like Sara was saying, like it becomes like your main focus on everything, and it's like it's definitely gonna be tough to be like to pull yourself out of that. Another thing, peer pressure is real.
You literally read my mind. I swear.
Peer pressure is real. I was the kind of person that would be like, man, if I don't want to do it, I'm not doing it. I don't care what anybody thinks. No, babes, you care what other people think, and you just don't even know it. And it's like bad. Yeah. So it's like, just because everyone is around you is dating or doing something doesn't mean you need to be dating or and doing something. You're not missing out on anything. Like the Bible says, on the right time, like there's seasons for everything. And this is something my mom always used to tell me when it came to like boys. She'd be like, there's seasons for everything. Like there will be a time for you to date. Like there will be a time for you to like experience these things. Right now just isn't the time. She was 100% correct. So like it's okay to be different. Like you don't have to like fit in that mold all the time. So like be different, stand out, be an example. To those like not even like younger than us, like even like the same age or even older, don't stress about like marriage, like especially if you're like outside of college or like you're still in college. Like when God says it's the right time, he'll make it happen. Like he's a God that doesn't fail, and like his plans for you are for good, and what you think is good is not good. And he has so much better. Like his no's are like should be exciting because it's like you must have way better for me if I'm excited for this and imagine the next thing. So
on just our wait part, on God. I feel like we only have to pray. And another thing, every time Nani talks, I feel like I need to add something else because it's so good. But what we like is always gonna change. We think we like a person that's this type, and then tomorrow's like we look at that. Oh no, we don't know. So then they just make your prayer be like what you want for me, not what I want, but what you want for me.
Like what your will be done.
Yeah, what's for you, it's never gonna pass you.
Yeah,
what's meant for you is never. God will find a way to bring that person around the world. Yeah.
But at the same time,
right next to your door,
you have to be obedient. Yeah. So
yes.
I think that's it, guys. Yeah.
Thank you for coming to our TED Talk.
I feel like I wish I had that advice when I was younger.
Definitely.
That was really beautiful.
I wish I listened because I had that advice,
right?
But I was like, I know
you don't
better.
know. Yeah, like you don't know. I know.
You don't know anything.
You actually don't know.
Listen to your parents.
We still don't know.
No.
Yeah, we're learning though. It's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you guys did, make sure to like and don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel. And you can also listen on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
And follow us on Instagram and on our TikTok. And repost them and like the pictures and the videos.
Yeah, guys, share, engage.
Share.
We're trying to grow our channel, so please support us, please. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys, and we'll see you guys next week.
Love you.